G'day everyone, Eric here. A couple of months ago, an admin of a local Transformers Facebook group said that I am just so negative about everything and questioned whether I even like Transformers. Well, those are fighting words, bucko. Actually, I just stopped posting my videos there afterwards because I didn't want to rock the boat too hard. But it got me thinking. So here's a figure that actually surprised me with how much it speaks to my sensibilities. Age of the Primes, Generation 2, Grimlock. I wasn't really expecting much when I picked it up. I just wanted a set of Generation 2 Dinobots, the best generation, as it's how I remember them from my childhood. Then it ends up being the highlight of my Transformers collecting years so far. Standing at 21.5 centimeters, G2 Grimlock is a big boy. I was rather surprised to find out that he stands taller than Transmetal 2 Megatron. He feels like such a return to form to what Leader Class used to be. Big, chunky, and he feels good to hold. Holding Grimlock, like Tigerhawk and Megatron, is a pleasant tactile experience. There is just something so special about holding a big, solid, chunky toy. While Voyager plus accessories has been part of the brand since the introduction of Leader Class back in Energon, and it has produced some of the most beloved figures of all time, the way Hasbro has been executing it since Siege has resulted in figures that feel insubstantial for their price. Grimlock, on the other hand, feels like you got your money's worth. While the plastic doesn't feel as durable as either Megatron or Tigerhawk, Grimlock doesn't feel like he'd break very easily. He very much has that toy feeling about it, something I can really appreciate. I received my first Transformer in 1993, and I've always seen a lot of appeal in the decos from that era. They're fun, offbeat, very toyetic, and I don't think they get enough appreciation. For Grimlock, the only deco change from the original is that the greys became a deep blue. This simple colour change adds so much to the toy. The reds and golds on the torso pop much better against the blue than they do the grey, and the blue itself is very appealing. I think they managed to capture the rich, deep blue of the 1993 toy for this remake very well. Not only that, using the red visor of the original toy over the cartoon's blue keeps the eye going upwards. The blue visor blends into the black head and just stops the eyes, while the red used here stands out and keeps the eye going. Grimlock, however, is missing a lot of sticker detail from the 1993 original Generation 2 toy, and what we have is inaccurate. Instead, using the deco of the original cartoon. Probably in part a cost-saving measure, and the toy doesn't look bad by any regard, I feel a lot would be gained with an aftermarket sticker set. One detail I am absolutely thrilled was included on Grimlock is the faction tampograph. This was a line-wide detail during Generation 2, where each toy would have their faction and its insignia somewhere on their body. I'm very nostalgic for the G2 insignias, and Hasbro doesn't always use them. So having not only the G2 Autobot insignia, but the proper tampograph is a detail I greatly appreciate. The articulation is pretty much what is to be expected of a modern Transformers figure, close enough to a 6-inch action figure, just lacking the ab crunch, butterfly joints in the shoulders, and the double hinge joints in the limbs. Grimlock is dynamic enough for what you'd want without being Spider-Man. Not that I think he needs it, most toys don't. Grimlock comes with his gun, cast all in black with no paint detail. This is accurate to the original toy, and it looks perfectly fine. He also comes with a posable, but non-transformable, Wheelie, who also comes with a slingshot. Wheelie is using the deco from the original 1986 toy and the Big Looker books. It's a nice addition. Wheelie has a lot of paint and is well sculpted. I like the ability for him to sit on Grimlock's shoulder. I'm also not going to begrudge Wheelie being included, as his most memorable scenes in the movie are with Grimlock. I do, however, feel the lack of Grimlock's sword, despite the ability to put it on the same sprue as the red used for his waist, is a bit of a letdown. I do understand why. Grimlock only ever used his gun in Generation 1. His sword is not even on the animation model, and the original purpose of this tool is for a cartoon-accurate Grimlock. But it's such a strange thing. Grimlock's sword feels more iconic to the character than his gun. I guess this is more to do with depictions post-Generation 1, where the sword is more prominent. Where I think G2 Grimlock really shines is the transformation. Something I dislike about modern Transformers, those from Siege onwards, is that they can be needlessly over-designed. While many see this as a positive, as it's done in the quest for cartoon accuracy, I think it sours the experience. The mini masterpiece label for me isn't a positive. Rather, it's an expression that the toy's conversion is time-consuming, tedious, and the item itself is fragile. I'm not ham-fisted with my figures, but this has never resulted in toys I enjoy handling. Grimlock I enjoy handling. Much like the design language of Titan's Return, this tool for Grimlock takes the original toy and modernizes it. It improves the proportions for the robot mode, cleans up the tail kibble by having it go inside the legs, and adds articulation. But what it doesn't do is reinvent the wheel. The transformation is largely the same as the original toy, so if you're familiar with the original Grimlock, you can figure this out very easily. The original toy's conversion was fun and intuitive, something inherited by this Grimlock tool. It's something you want to return to, and the polar opposite of so many modern toys, where the conversion feels like something it can do, but you really don't want to do due to how much is involved. Grimlock isn't wasting your time, boring you, nor is it a cause of stress. Then you have the Tyrannosaurus Rex mode, and it's exactly what you want. No new colours are revealed, it looks the part, and it's very appealing. The proportions are the cartoon model rather than the original toy. The T-Rex head is substantially different between the two, but again, the original use of this tool was for a cartoon-accurate Grimlock. It's to be expected. Like the Toxitron Grimlock, which had the unused orange G2 Deco for Grimlock, the T-Rex neck is unpainted, allowing it to have the same effect as the robot mode chest with the clear smoky grey plastic over the gold plastic. It's a nice effect, shared by the other G1 Dinobots. Unfortunately, due to how the other leader Dinobots are designed, they will not have this effect. The legs of Grimlock's Tyrannosaurus mode retain the articulation of the robot mode arms, and the T-Rex arms are also articulated, but so is the neck. It's actually articulated in such a way that it can look straight up, giving you the choice of having him posed like a Tyrannosaurus according to the current scientific understanding. Regardless of your choice, it's a nice looking T-Rex, and the colours pop. It's decently articulated in the legs, arms, and mouth, and you can do a fair bit with it. The Tyrannosaurus Rex will also never not be cooled, so that's probably helping too. Accessory storage is probably the only sour point of this toy. Not wheelie, he can sit on Grimlock's thigh, or through holes on his legs, sit on Grimlock's shoulders, but the gun. The gun is slung across Grimlock's lower back in a very unsatisfying way. It's just kind of there, not a deal breaker, but from a purely aesthetic standpoint, it going up the back would have looked better, though I'm not sure how that could have been achieved. I nearly quit Transformers with Siege. I know this is unfathomable for most people, especially those of you who got into Transformers with the pandemic, but I didn't like it from the moment I saw it in person. The toys were suffering from shrinkflation compared to prior lines, making each toy harder to justify, and I don't enjoy the design language nor the aesthetics. They're not fun. Grimlock is different. Grimlock is that rare Transformers toy I genuinely enjoy. Everything about it is on point. The colours are appealing and it feels good in hand. It's well sized for its price point and it's fun to convert, with no frustrations or worries involved. Transformers are both a visual and tactile experience, all toys are. Grimlock excels at both. I want to engage with it. I enjoy engaging with it. Grimlock is one of the few Transformers toys I've bought in recent memory where I haven't felt indifferent or unhappy when handling the toy out of the box, but genuinely happy. I couldn't recommend him enough. He sparks joy and is the exact type of toy that keeps me collecting Transformers. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to like and subscribe for more Transformers content. It helps out the channel a lot. Till next time, friends, this has been Eric from Toys Down Under, and thanks for watching.